Hello and welcome to my channel, and if you have already been to my channel, then welcome back. My name is Kalina, and in today's video I'm going to talk about the need to micromanage, and probably it goes together with the need for perfectionism, which I have had. I have actually had both of them, and I'm going to talk about where this need is truly coming from. So I am an expert in public relations and mass communications. In this channel, I would like to help people with their struggles in their career, in their professional life, in their life in general, in terms of communication, in terms of the way that they are seen. And I also would like to help people with expressing their inner essence and their core identity. This is my mission. So this is why I'm going to talk right now about the need to micromanage everything and also the need for perfectionism, because this tells you something about you, but more importantly, it tells you something about what is blocking you. So what is the need of micromanaging telling you about yourself and about the layers that are on your true authentic essence, that are placed on your core identity and that are stopping you from showing it? Okay. So here's the thing. If you have a need to micromanage everything, then you're not fully understanding your impact. And if I have to be more specific, you're not truly understanding your own power. What do I mean? We all have power, not in some negative way, not in some negative dictator's way. We have power to influence and have impact on the environment around us. So we're not simply things that are a part of the environment and everything is happening around us. We are actually participants in what is happening. We are impacting that environment. And if you have that need to micromanage, then I have dealt with anxiety, but it's not necessary that it's anxiety, but at least you are very nervous about what is going to happen. And this is why you have that need to nitpick and overly focus on every little detail, because you just want to control all of those details, because you don't understand that with your presence, with your power, with your authenticity, you're actually having impact on the entire environment. And your impact is in a way that those little nitpicky things, they don't truly matter, okay? They don't actually matter. They matter for you, and you're overly obsessed about those little things, because you don't understand that you have impact on the big things that actually truly matter. And you're not understanding that impact. But we can get even deeper, because it could be even worse. It could be even worse than that. You may actually understand deep down inside of you, you may actually realize that you have this power and that you have this capacity to impact the entire environment. And you're scared of it. You're scared of it because it is scary. That means a lot of responsibility. That means that you have to handle this power. Because a lot of people are actually scared of having this power. And again, I'm not talking about some kind of magical powers. I'm not talking about some kind of like power in ways of very strict and tyrannical dictator. I'm talking about a human power that you have, and that you actually can exercise and that you actually impact the environment with it. So what is this power all about? Well, I'm going to give you two major things that this power can be all about. And the first one is aim for impact on a larger level. Maybe on the whole system, or maybe on a whole group of people, or on entire community. So with your presence, with your personal example, with the way that you show up that can be inspiring, you can actually influence the people in a whole community, or you can influence some changes in the system itself that can lead to a better situation, that you don't need to worry about those little things. Even if one of those little things goes wrong, then it's still going to be okay. Because let's say you're worried that somebody will make a mistake and send an email with a typo in it. Let's say that's what you worry about. Let's say you have a team and you worry about that. Well, first of all, you have the power to create a system and to create a service and to create a mindset and to create company value system, like a whole company culture that gets you to a very high levels of respect. And when you get to those very high levels of respect, then people don't pay so much attention on the little nitty-gritty mistakes, okay? That can happen, but it doesn't even matter. Even if it happens, it doesn't matter. If you are overly focused on every single mistake and oh my god, we're gonna embarrass ourselves and what are people going to say about us, then you're most likely not creating this respect with your external publics, with your partners, with your clients, or even within your team. Because if those people from this team become very neurotic and they're like, oh my god, what am I gonna do now? What if now of course there are mistakes that matter. Of course, we're not talking about the mistakes that actually will matter and that will have impact. But I'm talking about the micromanaging, the nitpicking, okay? This will not matter that much. Because let's say you have a good product or a good service. People will still want to purchase it. If you give overall quality, people will still want to purchase it. So you don't need this micromanaging. What you need is to find out those things that will give you the power to create this respect on a larger level. Okay? Or let's say you have a system that broke once. And now you're thinking, oh my god, maybe you are like selling something online and your website broke for several minutes or for half an hour. And now you're thinking, oh my god, how to micromanage in a way that this never happens. Well, what if you have clients of this online business that they're already your regular clients and they already believe in your product and in your service? And yeah, it's going to be unpleasant that this one time your website broke, but those people ultimately, they will still want to buy your products or services, right? So after that website is fixed, they will still buy because they respect you, because they believe in your mission, in your service, in your product, etc. Because you have already created this impact on a larger level and you have created this respect. So this is one of the examples. I hope you understand what I'm talking about and you're following my thoughts. But when you create this higher level of impact, then everything that is below, that is like nitpicky, that is micromanaging, you don't need that. You don't need perfectionism. You don't need anything you don't need to be too obsessive, because on a larger level you have already taken care of things. Now, this can also be valid for one person. Let's say if I am overly focused on every little move that I do on camera or when I'm talking to somebody, and I'm thinking, oh my god, how did I look because I did this and because I did that, I'm going to get crazy. And I know, because in the past I have been crazy like that. I have been overly focused on, oh my god, how did I look? Oh my god, how did I present myself? And this is also micromanaging, but in this situation is micromanaging myself. Now it is even worse. Micromanaging somebody else, you're annoying to them, but when you have anxiety, you can start overly micromanage yourself in every little thing that you do, and you're overly focused on every little detail. And again, that's only an example with one person, and I'm giving myself as an example. Now, when I focus on my mindset, when I focus on my value system, when I focus on creating the habits that will make me a better person in the long term, and that will improve my life and my presence and my behavior on a day-to-day basis, right? In my daily life, then I don't need to worry and be overly focused on this one little thing. Or let's say I have a website. Again, I'm gonna give example with a website. I have a website that presents my, let's say, books. I have a website that presents my services and my books. But there is a little technical mistake in one of the pages that are on that website. Now, in the past, I would be obsessed over it and I would worry, oh my god, this looks so bad that there's this one little mistake. But right now it's like, do I actually offer something of a value? Is this book good? Does this book contain a good enough message? And if it does, then I have already taken care of things on a larger level. And I'm not saying it is not important to correct your mistakes or to take care of the details. Of course it's important, but my point is that you shouldn't be obsessed over them. The problem becomes when you're obsessed over them, when your whole focus is there and you can't even get anything done that is significant and that is important on a larger level. So lastly, I want to tell you, if you're this person who micromanages others or yourself, then you need to truly see your impact. You need to really see yourself as a valuable part of the environment, and you need to start embodying and living that. Because when you understand that you are a valuable part of the environment, you are valuable no matter what. And yes, you will correct the mistakes that you see. You will not obsess over them, but you will correct them. But regardless of that, when we put this aside, you're still a valuable part of the environment, because your value is within your mindset, within your value system, within your presence, the way that you carry yourself, and the way that you are internally. And you're not there to fixate yourself on the little things. You're looking at the larger picture. So this is for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. You can like and subscribe for the channel. You can also share the video. You can leave a comment, and I will leave a link to my website below in the description so that you can see who I am and what I'm doing. Thank you very much and have a great day.